Well, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Real Hazardous. Today we're here with Chris and my dad doing some inshore fishing. Hopefully catch some good ones. Hey everyone, today we're out here with Captain Chris Holleman on Blue Cyclone charters. We're gonna see if we can catch some inshore fish, like some trout, redfish, and maybe even snook. Chris starts the morning off with testing our casting ability. Apparently there's a good little spot right up under this bridge. It's a little tough to cast to. You kinda gotta lean down and make a good sideways cast. Offshore we usually have a lot more freedom in our casting, nothing really obstructing us. We don't have to cast under things, you got a wide open shot normally. So it's a little trickier today, but it's fun. It's good practice. We're using a lighter setup than normal, 10-pound line, which is really nice for casting. I can cast a lot further than I'm used to, like heavier, 50, 65-pound braid on big spinners.
I need to work a little faster, or about right there.
Maybe try to reel a little bit and stop. Try to get down a little bit. Eventually that back end's going to swing around. I'll bring the front end around and hold the boat in place. So you think it's the lure more than the angler?
Maybe the angler could work that one better.
One thing about it, if that thing seems like if it don't make a smooth landing, it'll foul, won't it? You want to try to keep it under the water, not let it surface?
Yeah.
Okay.
Later on, we'll try to crank them down as deep as we can, but in here it's so shallow.
There we go.
Is there a particular way you like to work it for snook, like popping it like that, or just steady, or?
I always like to crank it down as deep as I can and pause it. With the exception, it's so shallow, it goes for sure here. If you go too deep, we'll start hitting rocks.
So just steady and twitch it?
Yeah.
Well, good cast, sir.
Like it. Unfortunately, the fishing's going kind of slow. Now, on days like this, we're hitting a lot of spots. We're not spending too much time in an area, just working different spots to see what we find.
The mainline's always been largemouth and snook under here?
Under here, mostly snook and redfish. I've caught some largemouth out there. Sure, there's some under there.
I'm watching his technique.
What's he doing different than us?
Just slow jerk, little pause, and then pop it a couple of times.
Moving it with the rod, and then I kind of reel on the slack.
Okay.
But I mean, I haven't got a bite either.
Hey, that's what I call it fishing. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they ain't.
Yep.
The same way offshore at the ledge, isn't it? You go in one spot and tear them up one day, and the next 3 times not get a bite.
Dad's at the reel right now.
So they're kind of sitting there, and they're waiting for that lure to come right by the branch.
Right by the
And
what?
you hit, there's branches underwater. So they're waiting for that lure to come right by the branch. So even though you
They're right.
I throw it all back in, you can't see it.
How's that?
And like you might have thrown this time, you might not get one, and then you go over about 3 foot, where you came across the branch right. They're not going to chase it far. Kind of like bass fishing.
We would just keep moving from spot to spot, trying things out and just seeing where the fish are located at.
Now another trick is, so there's trees over here, and when you hook him, if he goes out to the right, we want him away from the structure. So if he's going away from the structure, let him go that way.
We got a lot of rain last week, so it's kind of got the water stirred up. It's not as clear as we'd like. Could be why we're not catching as many fish. Did you hit that tree there, Dad?
What's that?
Did you hit that tree?
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to attract a few squirrels. I hear if the squirrels start barking that the fish will bite better. It might be an old wives' tale, I don't know, but
Do squirrels like the Cotton Cordell?
I like to think of what they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me
They'll bite you?
They bite till the teeth touch.
Yeah. What do you look for, like when you're looking for these spots? Just the structure on the bottom?
Yeah, moving water, going over the structure. It's actually somewhat deep here, you know, it's probably sitting in 8 or 9 foot of water.
Oh, really?
And then, so you got this tree that comes out in pretty good ways, and you got rocks on the shoreline. Rock shorelines are all good.
Does it matter which way the tide's going, or just as long as it's moving it?
As long as it's moving here, I don't like a slack tide.
Cast into the swirl?
Yeah.
So, you know, where I thought I had a bite, I just threw there again, and I cranked it down pretty hard, and I didn't hit the bottom, so I think it probably was a bite.
He going for them wahoo? Yeah, he's out in the deep water. Need to talk to these homeowners, get them to trim these limbs off. They're hanging over low like that.
Just a squirrel yet, guys. Spot number 4.
Nice cast. You ever use a countdown Rapala?
I have, yeah. A similar lure that I use a lot is the Pin Road.
Dang. I think I threw that one on the highway there, Jeremy.
You're gonna catch a jogger up there.
So listen, would you unhook that from your skin and throw it back down, please? Right about there, that's the right spot. Yeah, I hooked one at the, I hooked one at the dry dock. He was a monster one time. I didn't have a net big enough to get him in the boat.
Right.
All the workers stopped down there and came down and looked at him. I said, dang, that's a big flounder. I mean, he was probably about that big around.
Really?
And finally I decided I would just try to get the net around as much as I could and flip him in the boat.
Right.
So I set the rod in the rod holder and he went down and popped the line.
We know these bomber lures are pretty strong because put them to the test.
Yeah, I was going to say, we beat them up pretty good, haven't we?
We did pretty good.
Right in between them. How you like that over there, Jeremy?
Real nice trout.
Yeah, between those pylons, what, 2 or 3 times now? Sideways.
A couple of times I wasn't even sure how you did it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure myself. So
Used a little ricochet and.
You know, that last time though, it went way up into the thing a good ways.
All right, guys, next spot. Let's see what we can catch.
There you go.
You can definitely cast this 10-pound line really far. I'm not used to throwing.
Say that semi-pro?
Semi-pro, yeah. Okay, guys, we've hit a couple spots, but I think now we're in the right one. Sometimes I like to hit spots that aren't as good, so then you appreciate the good spots better. Probably what Chris had us doing.
The best thing you can do is go out with a guide on the day that the fish aren't biting, because he goes to you'll learn a whole lot more spots because they'll just keep hitting. Yeah. And they're actually good spots, but they're not good that day.
They're biting good, you go to one spot, stay, catch a fish, and
yep.
this way you learn more, right?
Right.
Let the games begin.
Pretty interesting. Watch it. There he is.
Got him?
You got him. Fish on.
He stays on the move till he finds the one he wants. He looks water. It's a little guy, but
Up at twice.
what'd you say, 11-incher on the swimming image. It's a head and swimming image.
Is that a bomber?
This one's a head and swimming image. It's in the bomber family because they're all under Pradco outdoor brands.
Gotcha.
Look at the yellow mouth. The typical one tooth is a little bit longer than the other. Look an eye.
Yeah. So they just trying to feed around, I don't know, bugs and stuff in that grass as it rises? For trout?
Minnows.
Yeah, I think the primary thing they're eating this time of year is finger mullet. There's always some mullet in here. And then Maybe mud minnows, you know. You don't see the mud minnows when they swirl like the mullet do. Yeah. Good shot. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Trout.
Trout.
Nice. Flowers. Good problem to have. That would have been a keeper.
Okay.
This is the trout. You know, to me, sea trout, the best time to keep them is, or eat them, is the day you catch them.
I had a couple bumps that came. It almost feels like a flounder.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's spicy weird. I don't know if it's flounder.
It ain't pulling like a trout.
Not alive. Don't feel it.
There he is. Oh.
I told you.
It's an oyster fish.
Catch a couple oysters.
That's right. I'd rather eat oysters than I had fish, to be honest with you. So.
Flounder.
So is that how you know you're on a shell bottom?
I guess.
Snag a few oysters and.
Oh,
there we go.
Fish on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's getting all the big.
Exactly where I was getting
Yeah, he's getting all the. I was gonna say he's getting all the big ones today, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you getting the feel of that redfin?
I think so.
There you go. Barely tipped him right there in the lip, huh?
Maybe it was the one I caught last time.
Well, there's water coming out. I didn't notice where it's warm.
Uh-oh. What'd you get? Did it break?
Tree. Probably got it in the tree, yeah.
I see it. It'll be a tough one.
Whereabouts is it?
I'm surprised. Normally,
Is it in the green tree or that wood tree?
That wood tree.
Whereabouts? We haven't caught a fish out of the trees yet this morning, have we? But it ain't from lack of effort or trying to get there.
I think I had a few squirrels bite, but it's around that one branch, so. Even though the fishing wasn't as hot as we'd hoped it would be, it was really great for learning. You know, we got to practice, learn how to work that jig. We were basically just twitching it and then reeling up the slack, twitching it, and it was kind of diving. And then as it floated up, that's when the fish were hitting. That's when we caught our trout. But that jig's good for a lot of fish. Snook, small tarpon, trout, reds, fish like that. Okay guys, we're over here by the power plant. I'm gonna try a few spots, see what we can catch here. Got some trout so far, but there might be some tarpon back in here. We're gonna give it a try. Sometimes you'll have this in your area, power plant or something that's discharging warm water. Sometimes that can attract fish. It's a good spot to try.
Oh look, there's tarpon. That was definitely a tarpon there. Yeah, see that little swirl is back there? Did you see him?
Is he tarpon?
Yeah, he was definitely a tarpon. Yeah, right in that corner, right where that leaf.
Like that little...
Where that leaf is floating over there. That was definitely a tarpon there. I seen him good.
So we went from some plugs to a jig head. Now we're just bouncing it on the bottom. What kind of knot you like to tie with those?
I usually put a loop knot. So I make a loop. And then just come through here. These are bomber jigs. They're just unpainted. They're 1/2 ounce jigs.
Okay.
Then I come back through. I make the loop the size I want it to be and grip it. Just come back with an overhand knot. I don't know the name of the knot, but it works good for me. So we got one ready to go.
People ask what knot do I use. I'm like, it's one where you wrap around 5 times, go through the loop, go through the loop again.
I think Marylure calls it the Marylure knot. Rapala calls it the Rapala knot.
All right, guys, we went out there, caught us some trout, looked for some snook and redfish. They were hard to find.
Yeah.
Trout fishing was fun.
Caught some trout. It seemed like the dirty water, you know, I guess all the rain we had about a week ago is still
Flooding out,
coming through. So I think that affected it. I don't know if it was the salinity or just the muddiness of the water. It sounded like the muddiness of the water a lot. So
yeah.
But we got to learn some new spots, practice our casting, our jigging using those bomber lures.
Found out squirrels don't eat plugs.
That's right. Squirrels don't like the plugs.
Yeah.
They're hard to get off the hook.
That's right. We left a few hanging on the tree, didn't we?
Yeah.
In the rocks and in the tree.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.